Hello handheld gamers. So I've had a request. Could I do a quick video on how to install GTA 5 and how to set it up? So that's what we're going to do now. So first things first, install the launcher that you need for your GTA install. I've got mine on Epic. Find your game and then install. Once the game's downloaded, give it a first run. Now you'll need to log into the Rockstar game launcher, but you would have to do that anyway. And it looks like it would automatically install some dependencies like Microsoft DirectX. Okay, so the Windows Defender firewall says it's blocking some features, so we'll allow that access. Now what I have seen sometimes is the resolution seems to get a bit wonky on the OneXPlayer, just with GTA. So you have to kind of Alt and Tab, worth putting an external keyboard on, just Alt and Tab several times until eventually it'll window like this. And once it's windowed, you can then go back in and check your resolution settings. It will be kind of small. So that's a 720p and it's full screen, so it should be okay. So if I tell that to apply, that didn't work, that's windowed, so now if I put it to full screen 720p, oops, apply changes, should full screen. But as you see, sometimes, oh it actually worked that time, but sometimes it'll just stick at a black screen. And you just have to persevere. And if that doesn't work, you have to go back to, Alt and Tab and back into Windows. Eventually, as you see here, it's kind of gone again while I was Alt and Tabbing it there. But it may come back to life. You can hear music still playing okay. The game's trying to load there, but doesn't always play at 720p anyway. See, that's getting back to life now. If you put it to 1080p, it will definitely work. 1080p works okay. You'll get just under and around 50 FPS. If you change it to 720p, you'll easily get 60 FPS. And that's in non-turbo mode. I'll just turn that off. And you'll find you can use a power saving power plan as well. So you see I've got a max saving one running here. Go back to the game. Hopefully it comes back to life okay. So there we go, that is now working. If we go along to story mode, should load quite quickly. See, we're only pulling about 6 watts here, and it says 63 FPS. The giveaway, if you've set the VSync to half, is it'll just say 30 there all the time, and it'll still use about the same amount of power. Obviously this is just a small APU. It's sharing bandwidth between, or sharing power, I should say, between the CPU and the GPU. The CPU tends to win over in this game and it can do a bit more GPU power. You could try tools for tweaking that. I've tried in the past to try and free up a bit of resources for the GPU, but I've not had much luck. As you can see, GTA, I've never really resolved the issue with the long load-in time. There we go. So there you go, we're getting 65 FPS indoors. Well, you'd hopefully expect as much. It's dropped down to 55, 53, oh, as low as 46. However, it's not too stuttery, the frame time seems okay. I mean, you could lock it to 30 FPS. Mobile gaming, so it would still feel pretty good. I wouldn't play it online at 30 FPS, but you're getting 50 FPS, 55 FPS there. This is 720p. You could up it to 1080p and run it at 30 FPS. It would run pretty well. As you can see, It's a little bit tricky installing it, but it does actually work okay. Thanks for watching. And remember, like, share and subscribe.